Hey guys, welcome to Andertons TV. We are going to film some pedals today.
We are certainly filming
We are filming some pedals. We've got them all here lined up on the table.
Which hopefully you
it's
can
the
see.
2016 range of the new MXR and Way Huge pedals. And we have a Reverb, we have the green Rhino, which is a smaller version. We got the swollen Pickle, which says these guys got the best names ever for pedals,
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah, George Strips, excellent. We got a studio compressor. We've got a mini wah, which is a bass wah, but we've got to plug it in with a guitar instead. We've got the John Petrucci Wah, and we've got the Reverb, as I mentioned, and we're gonna use
With
this
its
new
own
little
expression pedal.
Yeah, which is the new little one. Look at that.
Very
Really
nice.
cool. Very nice, very nice. Small on the board, and we got loads of picks, as you can see up there. Excellent. We're gonna plug them in pairs. So we're gonna do wahs. We're gonna do these two, and then we're gonna do the drive.
The green Pickle.
The green
swollen Rhino.
The swollen Rhino. Oh my god, that reminds me.
Swole.
Anyway, let's plug some things in and get some sounds.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Do it.
So we're back in the room here with three pedals, and I'm Pete, by the way,
And I'm Rabea.
because we forgot to say that in the beginning.
We did forget to say that.
We did forget to say that, so we.
It's
just
early.
It's early, and we just had the first cup of coffee, and we've got all these pedals, which I'm really excited about. First, I think we need to do the new Reverb
Okay.
from MXR, which I've been very excited about, and this DVP4,
Okay.
which is also I've been very excited about because having something small. It means that you can have more on your pedal board.
Yeah, do you know what? Also, I'm just going to say this first and foremost. The thing I love most about MXR gear is how sturdy the boxes are.
Oh yeah.
They're just solid, and I
Yeah.
really like this. Me and Matt were talking about this. The simplicity in the design's just so nice and simple.
Exactly. But this one is not that simple though, is it?
On the inside.
On the inside, because this is designed with the DSP from the ground up.
Yeah,
basically.
there's no like off-the-shelf bits, is there? It's all...
It's all done from start and till where we have it now.
Yeah.
And it's quite cool. I was very excited. If you haven't watched that video that they've done, the MXR has done themselves, or Dunlop has done themselves of this video. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Epic.
So as Pete correctly pointed out, it's sort of with obviously there's DSP in there. It's digital processing, but it's completely analog signal path.
Yeah.
So that you get the best of both worlds.
Which means that you can actually put drive and stuff into it, and you'll get the analog signal in. We're just running it straight into the Fender in the front of it for this demonstration of these pedals now. So another thing I'm really excited about is the DVP4 and the auxiliary output here.
It's awesome.
It's really awesome. This is I've used these, the bigger version of these, the Volume X, and I use it, and I absolutely love it. And it's got this little band. I don't know if you can see in here. It's sort of the magnetic band, which has got a million cycles or whatever, so it's just going to last basically, and it's really cool. You can, it's just really sturdy.
Just another sturdy product. Isn't
Exactly,
it? Yeah.
they make some good stuff, and George Strips has designed this, and he's put some really cool, so you can morph between, and we'll show you. We'll come on to this in a minute with these settings, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something?
No.
Okay. Anyway, and then we got the studio compressor, which is a lot of guitar players, including myself, was using the bass compressor for acoustic guitars or for guitars, and MXR kind of went, well, let's tweak it and make it into, so they tweaked it for guitar players more than the bass players, and it's basically a rack professional unit in a little box.
That's starting to happen a lot more nowadays, I think. All these kind of rack processing quality bits of gear are now being made and produced into something like a pedal. Because everyone's standards are getting higher, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think things get smaller. I was just talking about this yesterday about people having you know, 10, 15 years ago, records and albums.
Yeah.
And you'll have a record player, and you'll have a big amplifier underneath, and you'll have your massive Serbian maker speakers in each corner.
Yeah.
That's all gone away. You know, and I was like, why did I give all my stuff away, you know?
Although an interesting fact to point out in this particular video is that vinyl is actually doing better.
It's actually coming back.
CDs, yeah.
And we were talking about that as well.
It's actually selling higher than CDs now.
So anyway, this is not what we're going to talk
No,
about.
it's not.
This is not vinyl and CDs with.
This is what happens when we haven't
Pete.
had enough coffee.
Exactly. This is we are looking at 2016 MXR pedals.
We
So
are.
I think we should make some sounds.
Yes. Okay, we should point out first and foremost I'm using Pete's absolutely beautiful custom shop 54 reissue.
Lovely.
It's beautiful, and it's going straight into the Fender Deluxe. It's the Hot Rod Deluxe,
It is,
right?
It is.
Special edition.
Special edition with a creamback speaker in it.
Nice.
And it's just set kind of like clean tone. Yeah, that's nice. So the Reverb has got 6 different modes, as you will.
Yeah.
You've got a decay, you've got a mix, and then on the top here you have got your tone
controls-
and push.
Yeah, and it can control the oscillation as well, depending on what sort of mode you're in.
Fantastic. So when I click this, it's a click button. So if I go so you can see it, let me just look up there so you can see there. So when I click it, you've got a green side and a red side.
Push that button.
So I push that button. Now it's plate, then it's spring, epic,
Yeah.
mod.
Can I just say
Pat.
that it's amazing
Yeah.
that there's a mode on there called epic?
Yeah.
Because epic's one of my favourite words, and so that has really made me happy.
It's also one of my children's favourite words.
Epic. It's just a great word.
It's just epic.
Yeah.
Everything is epic.
It is indeed.
Everything is awesome. Anyway, let's start on plate and see what happens.
Okay.
Nice blue light there, like it. That's nice, isn't it?
That's really colourful.
Really, really nice. So that's the plate. And then what you can do with the DVP5, 4,
Yes.
3, 2,
Two.
1, is that you can morph into your, let's say you want more decay on it or something. So what you do is you set it down here and you set that kind of like this.
So you go heel back, get the setting you want it to start from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heel back, set station you want to start from,
Yep.
onto the top,
Yeah, and push it forward
push
to
it
the
forward,
toe.
and then I'm just gonna randomly select something.
So you literally set the beginning of the, I suppose, the parameter all the way to the end of the parameter
Yeah.
with the DVP4 by
Yeah.
starting in the heel position, setting it, going to toe, setting it, and then it will react between those parameters.
So what's gonna happen when you play now? When I turn it down?
So if we play, yeah, a little bit, all of it.
See?
Yeah, but actually not all of it.
Not all
only
of it,
to where
'cause
Pete
it's,
set.
it's only where I set it, so it's not full. If I for instance,
That's
let's
genius.
try again. So I'll go heel down. Oh. Oh. So let's say we just let's hear that. Okay, so just a little bit. Top down. Keep playing.
Oh yeah.
Also, if let's say you set your kind of tone and your decay to like where you,
Yeah.
a little bit more, and then you want to have be able to sort of mix in a bigger reverb. So you start here, and then you go up, and then you go full whack.
Yeah.
Now I'm going full in, right? And then so try that. So then,
Absolutely.
so then now it's only working on the mix. because I've only moved the mix button, which is absolutely brilliant.
So it's as if it memorises every single little bit of control that you've used, and then it reacts.
How cool is that?
I don't know how that technology works personally.
George
However,
Trips,
it's really impressive.
well done. That is really, really cool. Because this setup here, just with this clean guitar, maybe an overdrive in the front, man, it's
Suits
just
you, sir.
absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's go through the other modes. So I'll turn back down here. Let's go to spring. Just great spring reverb. Now, your favourite, Epic. Try that.
Epic
Same. I'm
reverb.
just staying the settings that we were before. So let's. Oh,
That's insane. I'm all about the long decay.
oh man. That is just nice. Can I just play something?
Absolutely.
Let's try really quick. Just swap it over here.
This is where the playing gets good. So you can that's so sick because you can like what Pete was doing. You hold a chord, push the pedal down, and then you literally get all that trail. So anything that you're doing that's more intricate and you don't want it to muddy up everything, make it cloudy so you can't hear the definition, just pull back a little bit, and then as soon as you want it to ring out and sound beautiful, push it forward.
I mean, that's great. Anyway, mod. Shall I stay on the guitar?
What that sounds like to me is,
man.
It really is. For me, it sounds like the tone knob is controlling the low end and the high end of that particular reverb. Because when I rolled it down just then and you were playing, it went from being really spanky to really like dull, but in a musical sense.
Yeah,
it was warmer.
Nice, cool. Let's just move on because we got loads of pedals to do. Room.
Oh, this should be good. That sounds
lovely.
That sounds stellar.
That's great then.
And also,
with this pedal.
I should add that particular guitar playing leads us perfectly onto the next pedal.
Have we done pad? Yes.
Huh?
There's one more. There's 6 of them. There's pad. Look. Ooh, shimmers. So now try this tone thing here, right? Because this apparently. It's like a shimmer and it's got the octaves.
And you can control the sort of harmony of that reverb, can't
exactly.
you?
So let's just go decay full way down here. So let's see what it is like. So you can actually go, if you go decay down here low, and then you go up and you, this is just me trying it out here. So
now if you play.
So if you go. Anyway, it's brilliant. That's brilliant, man. Honestly, that footprint, that small, with all of that stuff, with these two things together.
For me, by far, the most amazing thing with this little setup is the fact that the DVP4 is controlling whatever you set on the reverb. So it's not just one, it's not just like mix or it's not decay, it's anything you want it to be. Yeah. Which I can't understand how they do it, but it's just amazing.
It's just George Stripsy, he's just a genius. But I also like to say that you of course can use this as an expression pedal for loads of other devices. It doesn't have to be this one, it can be your this, or it could be your that, or it could be your you know, your Kempo or your whatever it is that can do stuff.
It's just a good expression pedal.
Just a great expression pedal you can use for anything else, for any of the other pedals. Anyway, let's move on. Let's turn that off. And this is our clean tone. And as you said, because playing that stuff, we'll go over to this one, to the studio compressor. Oh! Anyway, so that's
awesome.
This is a studio quality compressor.
It even says it on the box.
Exactly.
Studio compressor. So it's
I'll give you the guitar. So we have got on the pedal on the top here, you've got your input, your output, your ratio, which is a little click guy.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Clicks.
Clicks is good because then you know where you are. And then you've got your release and your attack, and then you've got your little UV.
Is
VU?
it UV? Yeah.
UV,
I think it's VU. I have to look at
put your cream
to
on
know. Yeah. The reason that's there though is so you can tell how effective it is in the settings you've got it in. So I mean, obviously, if you slam it, it's gonna, as soon as you play the signal, it's gonna go right up to the top saying this is how much gain reduction you've got. Whereas if you pull it down and you're a lot more subtle with it, you'll notice that.
Yeah, I'm not really a guy that uses a lot of compressor. I've used it on some things, and I have used this. The bass compressor for acoustic guitar, which I thought was really nice. It just gave it that extra kind of
warmed it up a bit.
Warmed it up a little bit, which was really, really, really cool. And this one is, as I mentioned earlier, it's been tweaked a little so it works better for the guitar players.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same.
Because as you can see, if you look at this and the white bass compressor, they're identical.
Right.
But it's been tweaked too. So anyway, let's have some tonage. Let me just start on the 4 here. So I'll start with input and output on 12, right? And then see what happens.
Cool.
So I'm sending more in. So try again, just.
Oh, it's so much spankier,
it's
isn't
just
it?
lovely and spanky, and it gives you kind of a more presence as well. It kind of you can hear the guitar better, can't you? All
That's
the little
exactly
notes.
it. There's more presence because it's pulling out. Anyone that's a bit unfamiliar with what compression is really quickly, it pulls your highs and your low transients together. So that's how you get that little bit extra snap at the top end.
See, that's why you hey! You didn't know what he's talking about. I'm just wearing the jumper. That's all it is. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I don't think that needs any more introduction, that pedal. It's
I will
just
add,
cool.
it sounds like I was about to swear then. Oh. I was going to say it sounds like a really good compressor.
It just sounds like a really good compressor.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. So let's move on. Let's get some other pedals on the board.
Let's do it!
So, no, hang on. Let's just, wait, hang on, stop. Wait a minute. Okay.
Just in case.
Just in case, because people are probably going to ask, why didn't you put them on at the same time? So we are going to put them on at the same time. So let's just try to do that.
Okay.
How sweet was that?
Yeah, that's another level actually.
Exactly.
Put them both together.
Yeah, so there we are.
Yeah.
So, but now let's move on.
Let's move on. We've swapped places.
We swapped places. We're back in the room.
We are.
It was like I went to get a cup of coffee and he took my space.
Move your feet, you lose your seat, Pete.
Cool. We got a couple of the other pedals on.
We have. We've got the Way Huge stuff out now. But we thought we'd keep the reverb in there for good measure because it's great.
Yeah. And also to show you that it takes, because the analog dry path, it's...
it can take a swirl and pickle.
All right, cool. So which one would you like to start with?
I think we should start with the swirl and pickle.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, I suppose the first thing that's going to be obvious to all you guys is it's smaller.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller.
Exactly.
And also they've added some extra features, mainly around the voice of the pedal itself.
Yeah.
So you've got a couple of little mini internal controls.
Yeah.
That weren't in the original. So for any of you guys that don't know what the swirl and pickle is, it's a fuzz. It's a jumbo fuzz. This is the Mark II.
Yeah.
And it's smaller. So I'm assuming the MK2S means it's the Mark II
small. Yes, we're just going to speculate on that one.
That's
I
a
think
hunch.
you're right.
Well, anyway, I'm just going to turn it on and we'll start. I'm just going to mess around with the knobs.
Yeah, all right.
Pete's going to noodle.
Let's try it. So, let's have the clean tone first.
Okay.
So, clean. I just want to try one thing. Put it back on. I'm just going to see what it does with...
just got something filthy about it.
It's just great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a really, really, really good fuzz pedal with loads of twigabilities with the little MIDI controls inside.
I think the thing that I've noticed about it is the range of what you can do to the sound from a perfectly nice clean signal. When you add the swell and pickle in, the amount you can manipulate the sound is quite impressive.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
And that's really cool.
Exactly.
And again, with those internal controls, with the voice in the clip, you can get a more harsher tone out of that fuzz. You can smoothen it off, and it's obviously going to change the parameters in which these controls work. Not massively, but there's a subtle amount that it will do. But you will notice you'll get definitely a bit more dirt out of it if you really want. So.
Yeah. Great pedal, great pedal. Also, the way that they're built, absolutely solid. The switch just feels great.
Same
Everything.
again,
It's just great. We love George Tripp.
It's a solid unit.
Yeah, let's move on
to
some
green Rhino,
which reminds me. I don't know what
this pedal. I've tried the bigger version, and I really, really liked it. I thought I remember we did a sort of a sound like Queens of the Stone Age, me and Matt, and we used the green Rhino, and that gave us most of our Queen sort of tone. So it impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
However, now we have the smaller green Rhino.
Yeah. Again, everything gets smaller.
It does, and the most obvious change to this pedal is the fact that one thing that was beautiful about the other green Rhino is you had the 100 hertz control that you could sweep, take in and add or subtract 100 hertz. Whereas now we've also got 500 hertz.
Exactly. This used to be on the inside, I believe. I'm not sure, but I think it used to be on the inside.
Yeah, possibly, because all I remember about the Green Rhino, the bigger version, is that it had a 100 hertz switch on it that you could boost or take that away.
Yeah, that's the one here that takes the 500 hertz away now, isn't it? That one.
But what's great about that is, to all those out there who are a little bit geeky, like myself, who sometimes look at things on a frequency spectrum, when you've got 100 hertz or 500, and sometimes you need those frequencies in guitar because they really help for the punch, the thickness, but also the sort of grunt of the signal, which is what they've definitely done here. So
let's try clean sound.
For the sake of ease, everything's at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Hello.
Straight away, 12 o'clock, it sounds that good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's just like, maybe it's just me, but it's rare that I've come across a pedal that when everything's at 12, it sounds usable straight away.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Anyway.
Just quickly mentioning the little dip switch here again, is that when it's up, it's the classic version of the pedal.
Oh,
so it takes this out of the equation.
So it basically reverts to the former pedal.
Yeah, that's it.
Its predecessor.
Exactly. So I think I like it like this because then we got the options. So let's leave it down.
Okay.
So we do that.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock and some tones. That's the 500 hertz.
Oh, it's so good.
It is good.
It's one of those that it sounds great with the Strat.
Yeah.
You just get those bluesy, slinky tones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've actually scooped out some 500 to clear it up a little bit, so you can hear the jangle a bit more. Oh, that's so good.
That is good, isn't it?
That's
it cuts through. You can hear that would cut through in a band situation, so you can actually get out with the solo.
Yeah, I mean that could be your solo boost. That could be your go-to solo boost pedal, because when you slam in the 500, yeah, like Pete said, it's going to cut right through.
Brilliant. Let's just get some of this. Let's go.
Reverb.
Like a clean, it's kind of just a little bit overdone. It's lovely.
That is definitely a great pedal. Probably one of my favourite in the range.
Should we quickly just put them on both together? Is that what people want?
Absolutely. Right. And in which case, 12. We're bashing 12 again. Right.
This is going to be nuts, kids. Let's try it.
Right. Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a lot of power in two pedals.
That was great.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's move on to some wah. Wah. Ready? We are back in the room.
We're back again.
And we have now no thing in front of us because now it's all about wah pedals. And
you've got a big one, I've got a little one.
Well. So I've got the John Petrucci Wah. We can talk about that first. It's the Crybaby. It's his signature one.
It is John Petrucci.
And it looks absolutely amazing. I can try to hold it up in the top cam.
It's very Petrucci looking, I would say, in the sense that it's quite flashy. And I mean, judging by his latest guitar release, I think it's definitely on point. But
anyway,
yeah,
we'll do some close-ups of it as well.
Yeah,
so.
I guess a couple of obvious things to bear in mind with this pedal, other than its flashy, beautiful space grey colour, is that it has two blue LEDs on the side, so when it's on, you can tell it's on, which is something that you kind of go, well, why didn't they think of that
one on each side
30 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the situation there, so that's great.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's got, and this is insane, actually, it's based on the rack mount Crybaby that he used to use. So what you've got inside there, as you can see, those little blue pots here, it's essentially a parametric EQ. So you get your little mini screwdriver and you can mess around with the frequencies and then dial in exactly the sound you want the wah to cover in the frequency spectrum.
From 100 hertz up to 3.2 kilohertz. And it's got the volume in there as well.
That's ridiculous. It's based on the rack mount Crybaby you used to use.
Yeah, with the red facial inductor in there. So that's awesome, and we're going to plug that in.
Yeah.
And then you've got the little...
I've got this little chap. It's such a little chiller. Yeah. This is... Can you see?
No, we'll do a zoom on that. So what it is, it's the bass...
It's the bass mini.
Bass mini. And it's a...
It's spring-loaded.
Spring-loaded, automatic.
It's always on, so to speak. As soon as it moves, it engages the effect.
Exactly, and a lot of people are using these at the moment. Guitar players are using them at the moment. A lot of people that tune down, like 7-string gent guys are using it. And on the side here, you've got a volume and you've got the cue control.
Yeah.
So it's a very simple little thing.
It's
very,
interesting.
very light.
Yeah, it's interesting that because obviously logically you think, well, 7-string, 8-string, 9-string, down tune stuff. You're providing more bass frequencies from your guitar, so it makes sense to start using a bass wah if you want to achieve different sweep.
Exactly. So
I
anyway,
got all that in one breath as well. Did you hear that? It was great.
It was quite impressive. Anyway, let's plug them in and get some tones out of them. Let's start with this one. We've got a 5150 overdrive, Eddie Van Halen. How are you, Eddie? And we're going to plug that in to get some good tones from that as well. Okay, so we're back in the room. We got the pedals set up on the floor here. We've got 2 floor cams, floor cam 1 and floor cam 2.
And we've changed guitar for something with humbuckers.
Yeah, humbuckers, sambucas.
Yes.
And now, as it is Petrucci, and it is sort of a
hard rock
it's
metal.
a bit more metal than I can bring out of my little fingers. He's gonna play some stuff.
I'm gonna we got the 5150 overdrive by MXR just sat in front of the JP Wah and then the bass mini.
So let's have a tone.
Okay, so this is clean.
Yeah.
Also in drop D.
Yeah. So and which we like. So let's have the EVH just to get some drive. See, sounds good, man. Good. Yeah. So you start with whatever one you feel like you need to start with.
Okay. Should we start with the bass mini?
Yeah, let's start little and then large, but now you can hear it's a bit noisy now. So let's just do the gate. Can you turn the gate in on the old EVH? Hey!
Ooh, that's nice.
How cool is that?
That's effective.
Exactly.
It's barely even up.
It's just really cool. Listen.
That's
He's not there.
bad, yeah.
Cool. So just a really quickly thing to talk about the bass wah, because it is an automatic switching system and comes in, it can't be true bypass at the moment. That's just the way that works. So
technology permits. Yeah.
Exactly. But hey, Jimi Hendrix didn't use.
Well, no, and everyone still thought that sounded
exactly.
great. So.
I don't really mind whatever it is, but he it's fine with him. It's fine for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go and have a listen to the bass wah.
Okay.
On the guitar. Hey!
That's awesome.
And I'm just going to stand on here. And there's a little filter switch, so I'm just going to try to dial that all the way back.
Okay.
You can see my hands here on this camera. So that was all the way over. Okay. So what I'm going to do is now all the way up, and then I'm going to turn it down as I'm wahing with my hand.
Ah, double action.
Yeah, so it's all the way up, and you play. So that you can hear that when it's all the way down, it's kind of subtle, the cue, and when it's all the way up, it goes much more deep and high.
For me, this wah pedal isn't like it feels not like a conventional wah in the sense that obviously it's a bass, we're using it on guitar, so that's one thing, but it feels more like a writing wah. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? If I was going to write some riffs like I was messing around with then, I would use that as an effect. Rather than if I'm shredding and want some wah, I'd probably have a different sounding wah. But what I would do with this is I would use it for riff writing because it feels really like
Well, you're getting inspired by it right
Yeah,
now. That's what's
it's
happening.
inspiring. Yeah.
So that's just cool. But that's how people feel, you know. But because it is a bass wah, people use it for the drop tuning stuff because it captures those low end.
Yeah.
Sounds great. So let's move on.
Okay.
Let's go to John Petrucci. That looks amazing, that wah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's that, smoke chrome something?
Yeah, it's like that smoky chrome kind of look to it.
All right.
And obviously, the mini pots on the inside have been set. We haven't touched those.
Yeah, we're not going to touch them because then you have to take it over and keep doing it, and we just want to have you guys hear what it sounds like.
So let's get the general sweep. If I click it in, oh, this is without. Now I'm going to click it in and go all the way back.
Blue light.
Yep.
That's really cool, man. It's got like these sort of loads of nuances of
It sounds almost like a synth, almost, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
Really quite overpowering in the signal chamber in a good way, in a musical way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like it. It's really cool.
Do you want to?
I would like to try actually. I would just like to try with completely clean and a Strat. So can you turn off the? Can you turn it off there? Yes. Okay. Cool.
Off you go.
Just gonna hear. Let's just swap over.
Yeah, let's swap.
Right. So I just wanted to do some no distortion, just with a you know like a.
Yeah.
So we'll try the bass bar first.
Okay.
So you can hear.
That's really good actually on the clean sound.
Yeah, it's
isn't
really
it?
good on the clean sound as well, just with a normal Strat. That's really cool. So let's try the Petrucci one, just similar situation.
For good measure.
For good measure, just try that out.
You know, it's deeper than a conventional wah for that kind of music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's affecting, but that's why it's got the pretty much a parametric EQ on the inside.
So you can set everything as it is. Let's just go back to the other one really quickly to hear the bass wah. So you can hear. Let's go back over to the Petrucci just really quickly.
More snappy in the mid-range, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. Yeah, fantastic.
And do you know, but what is worth pointing out for the JP wah is that it is the most customizable wah pedal that there is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't affect the frequency that it affects. You can't do more than what's provided for you in this pedal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it has every option that you can imagine. Yeah. All those frequencies you can mess around with.
It's like direct wah, isn't it? That's what it is. So you get all that stuff in that little box there.
Uber
and it looks amazing.
customizable. Yeah.
It's epic.
It is. Yeah, man, it's absolutely epic.
So, so anyway, guys, we're gonna leave you here. That was the new Dunlop MXR
2016 range.
And my name's Pete.
My name's Rabea.
And we'll see you next time on Andertons TV.
See you later.